Hello everyone. Now we are going to start our new lesson, and that is sexual reproduction in animals. And in this lesson particularly we'll be dealing with human reproduction. So this is the process which involves the production of offsprings. This is the process which involves the production of offsprings by the formation of fusion of gametes. So male and female produces male and female gametes respectively, and then by the fusion of these gametes there will be a production of offspring, or you can say child for that matter. This phenomena is called as amphimixis. This particular process of fusion of gametes and formation of offsprings is called as amphimixis. And we have studied in plants also that gamete formation takes place by meiosis. This takes place by meiosis, that is by reduction division. And here in animals also gamete formation takes place by the means of meiosis only. In all sexually reproducing animals, you will find that there are two main phases of their life cycle. The first stage or the phase that you will see will be the juvenile phase. This juvenile phase, it is a starting of life, and that starts from the birth itself. This here you can see this is a juvenile stage till the maturity. Till the time when male or a female body attains a reproductive maturity, till that time this will go, and the phase of development of physical growth, will be called as juvenile phase. Second phase, and of course in this juvenile phase animal cannot reproduce. Now the second phase is reproductive maturity phase, and this will be attained after physical growth is completed. This phase involves growth of sex organs. This phase, it involves the activity and growth of sex organs. And animals can reproduce in this phase. For differentiate, here you will see like various animals, they are having different periods of these two stages. That means the time duration required for the development of physical growth and then the maturity, that means a sexual maturity, differs animals to animals. After attaining sexual maturity, the animal exhibits various events, and these events are pre-fertilization. We have studied all these in plants also. Pre-fertilization, in which gametogenesis and gamete transfer will be there. Gametogenesis, it is the development of gametes, and the transfer of these gametes to the female reproductive part will be a part of a pre-fertilization change. Then fertilization, which is the fusion of male and female gamete, and after fertilization there will be a post-fertilization event, which will be a formation of zygote and embryogenesis. So sexually reproducing animals show various breeding patterns also. It means like some animals, they like goat, sheep and donkey, they are the seasonal breeders. That means in particular season only they can reproduce, while humans and apes are continuous breeders. That means in any season they can reproduce, they can breed throughout the year. Now let us come to human reproduction. Humans are sexually reproducing animals. They also show juvenile phase, and then they attain the reproductive maturity, and these are the sequential steps. But in this also, like when the human body, it attains the reproductive maturity, so after attaining the reproductive maturity, human body shows various steps in the process of reproduction, and what these steps are. So first one is the gametogenesis. Gametogenesis, we have already said that it is the process of production of gametes. Here you can see female body and male body produces egg, which is a female gamete, and sperm, it is the male gamete. Okay, so gametogenesis occurs in the process of reproduction, followed by the insemination. Now what is insemination? So insemination is the transfer of these sperms or the male gametes into the female reproductive part. Transfer of these sperm to the female reproductive part is called as insemination. After insemination, there will be a fusion of male and female gamete here. This egg and sperm will fuse together, and this is called as internal fertilization. It is a process of fertilization, but we are calling it as internal fertilization because this happens inside the female body. That is why internal fertilization. And then after fertilization, we all know that zygote formation takes place, followed by embryogenesis. Now what embryogenesis is? It is the development of embryo. And after embryogenesis, you will see the term called as gestation, which is the process of carrying of embryo or fetus in the female body. That means this embryo, when it is present or when it is growing in the body of a female, that process is called as gestation. And the last step in this reproduction is parturition. Now what happens is in parturition is a female body gives a birth to a child. So that is called as parturition. So right from gamete formation till the delivery of a baby, every step is included in the human reproduction. The gametes, eggs and sperms are produced by the primary sex organ, testes in male and ovary in female. So the sperms are produced in testes while the eggs are produced in ovary of a female. Organs other than testes and ovary are called secondary sex organs of male and female. That means the other organs which shows a difference of a male and female, it is called as secondary sex organ. As male and female can be externally differentiated by certain specific features called secondary sexual character, they are called as sexual dimorphic character. Because of these characters, because of secondary sexual characters only, we can differentiate between a male and female, and that is why it is called as a sexual dimorphic character. In male, now what are the different characters or sexual dimorphic characters in male and female? So in male, you will find that there will be a presence of beard, mustache, you will find hair on chest, the body will become muscular, enlarged larynx, or you will find the presence of Adam's apple. So these are the secondary sexual characters found in males, while in females you will find the characters like there will be a development of breast, you will find broader pelvic region and high pitched voice. So these are the certain changes which can occur or which occurs after the reproductive maturity, and then the body, it becomes available or it gets ready for the process of reproduction. So this was the introduction of sexual reproduction in humans, and in next class we'll be studying about the male reproductive system.